Hey guys, it's me, Little Sunshine, coming with you today for another month of tarot scopes. I usually write horoscopes, and I've kind of been doing the tarot cards lately. Um, I was just going to do it for the summer months, but we're just going to roll on. It's had a lot of positive feedback, and people like the tarot scope, so we're going to keep doing them. So just to jump right in, guys, we're going to do the Earth signs right now. I just finished writing. I write for a magazine also in Los Angeles, the Gay Entertainment Directory. If you ever want to pick up a copy. Um, but I just finished writing where I could actually um, make a video now because I was going down in order this time. Sometimes I go backwards, but uh, we 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 just got done doing. I got to Capricorn, so I was like, oh cool, I got enough that I could do Earth signs, and yeah, it was weird how it kind of worked out, but here we are with Earth signs starting out. I was gonna go for a run, but I said let's just make a video first. The sun was shining in, and we're gonna do it. And speaking of suns shining in, we'll start with Taurus this month. I like to mix it up, but Taurus, you came first, and you are the star. For the month of November, Tauruses, including myself, we have the star. Um, I like this card. You know, it was kind of like one of those beautiful cards. I flipped it over and I sat there and I kind of, you know, intuitively picked up on what we're seeing here, and you know, there's a lot of interpretation. So again, I always suggest to people, if you have a completely different interpretation of what we're seeing here, um, we see a female. Sorry again if that's not allowed on YouTube. She's naked. She is, you know, pouring water and spilling water in the same way. You can ask yourself, are you doing that purposefully? Is it an accident sort of thing? Are you going to turn around and go, my water is empty in that other jug now? So where are we putting our attention? This is something to ask yourself this month. And the other kind of shining star, I'll just hold it here, is what do we know about stars? You know, they're twinkling off in the distance. They're what we want to be. We wish upon them. We hold them in high regards. I mean, we wrote horoscopes on them. We follow them. They guide us. There's all these great things about stars that we can listen for. And Tauruses, you're gonna embody the star this month. You're gonna be the star even when it's you know, hard, when there's circumstances. The best thing to do is just keep being your bright, shiny self. And the other message that I kind of get with the star is that it's off in the distance. So maybe you're not right where you want to be, or you don't think you are. You know, we go through these times where it's like, oh, I want this, I want to be doing this job, and like even myself, I'm like, oh, I really want something more related to my path, and you got to do other stuff in the meantime, and it's about not getting stuck in that stuff part too, and that you even, you know, you keep what's doing near and dear to your soul song. So you're gonna keep singing that song even when it's not, you know, it doesn't seem obtainable and it's far away. I moved to California to be an actor, and I got sidetracked with life and paying bills, and it's important that we keep, you know, you keep, even if it's on the back burner, you keep going for that goal that you really want, and you live it on the daily, in your daily life, so that um, you're not just stuck in the same repetitive routine, living out exactly what um, you know, we discover what we don't want in life, or we discover what we want to be in life by doing what we don't want. We live the polar opposite sometimes to go, that is exactly what I don't want in life. So, you know, I've been there, or it's just, we've had ups and downs. We'll just say that for now. We won't get too sidetracked into stories. But We do. You're gonna keep being your star. It's in the distance. And then the other thing I kind of got, even uh, with Capricorn coming up too, even a little bit with Virgo, is that it's a lonelier month, and lonely's not bad. You know, we're always surrounded by all of our angels, and you can call them at any time. But it's gonna be in the physical world kind of a lonelier month where you're a star, but you're how close to anything really is a star. You know, it burns up everything that's nearby. So you're gonna have a little bit of solitude too. So it's gonna feel like a lonelier month, but that's okay. You're gonna embrace your loneliness, and really reflect on what's going on in your life, what you do want to do. Um, yeah, that's pretty much what I put down for Taurus. I was just reading over, what I wrote today, and it was just kind of finishing up. Um, not oh, that was the last thing I wanted to talk about, is not putting your hope outside of you. So another thing, even with here in the United States, is that we have the election going on coming up whenever you're watching this. Maybe it's already happened. Um, but we have these figures of hope, those figures of change, and sometimes they're false hope, and we want it bad, and that's what we're seeing through these eyes of that. We want this change and we want the hope, um, but you can't put it in these leaders. It's not something that you can throw away. It's something that you have inside yourself, and when you really want change, you got to go within. So all right, my shining stars of Tauruses, you go inside, you shine bright this month, you be radiant. Don't be afraid to light up a room. So, light it up. Light it up, boop, boop. We can bring it down. You don't want me to sing. Anyway, we'll jump into Virgos. Hi, Virgos. If you were skipping ahead, this is Virgo time. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. I'll mark on there at 7:15 was Virgo time. Virgos, we got the Strength card. So, Virgos, I love this card too. It's very beautiful, very naturey, very just this woman. She has the infinity sign above her head. She looks very angelly in her white gown, so very newness and innocence. And what is she doing here? I mean, she has this lion, and well, what do we know about lions? That they're a beast, that you've appeared to have tamed this beast inside you. And what I really got out of this card when looking at it, guys, was that what is strength to us? I kind of sat and meditated on, the strength for you, Virgo, and sometimes this means different. Oh, I like this nature right behind us. This is my grandmother's picture. Bless her little heart. But it's going to be about redefining what strength is for you. Sorry, that was completely random, but I just nature and then I saw it. And I couldn't be alone with it. So, we've lived thousands of centuries where strength is very brute strength. It's the take over land, and you're being strong by, being very masculine. And the woman on here, it's very important that this is a woman on here. We have the feminine strength, which I feel is very important in our culture, and we're kind of having a rise of feminine strength and getting back to the feminine. Because even, with that we've been so left brain, consciousness has kind of been more masculine, more about that raw, brute strength. So I think this month it's going to be more about you redefining that strength. That doesn't mean that it has to be that strength that we've all come to know, that that's what strong is lifting weights at a gym. It's about being mentally strong. It's about being emotionally strong. How about that one? It's about being spiritually strong. Because there's been times in my life, and I find that they work out best, but the physical, mental, spiritual, you could be really strong in, say, that physical aspect of your life, but mentally and spiritually, you could be bankrupt. You could have absolutely no faith. You could, not have the wisdom, the knowledge that you've been looking for to move yourself forward, and you could just be on one side of the spectrum. I always picture masculine and feminine on like a big spectrum, and like if you're really over here on the left, the left side of the spectrum where it's just about that physical brute strength, you're not tapping into the femininity over here. So I mostly got out of this, guys, that we're changing our perspective and taking care of weaker. You're taking care of the weaker this month too with your strength. So once we define what you think strength is. So is being strong caring about other people? Is it, taking the time to listen to other people? Um, when somebody comes into your life and you're gonna find that they need you to be strong for them, it's not always about like, oh, look at it, well, I can pick you up over my head strong. It's gonna be like, I'm here for you and I empathize with you and I am here for what you're going through, and just, being that shoulder to cry on sort of strength, and even being there for yourself at the end of the day. Have you been caring for your feminine side, for your feminine strength? And that's really important to get back to. If you're feminine or masculine, if you're a woman or a man listening to this, like men, we don't have to, just be right over here. We can go to the feminine side too, and actually, it's time to. It's time to embrace both sides, where I feel like women have done this longer, where they've, had to man up and feel like being strong is working in a business world or something like that, where it's time to get back to, taking care of a family strong, putting a band-aid on a boo-boo strong. Like, there's so many kinds of strength, and you're gonna embody it this month, Virgos. So search inside yourself, meditate, choose alone here in nature. If you can get there, go there and just be with yourself. um, but yeah, be strong, be brave in all the ways that you feel are important. If it's, healing on other levels, holistic healing, whatever you're looking into, you got to go for it and just be strong in that field, even when you haven't thought it was acceptable or anything like that. Follow your dreams, follow your intuition, are all going to be kind of important characteristics for you this month. So Virgos, that is your strength for the month of November, or whenever you are seeing this. I always say you'll find it when you mean it. That's why tarot is so important. The people that need it hear it when you need it. So that's why I love making these videos. And we're going to jump in. It's like 13:10, so I'll put that in the comments too. I feel like, I put all of our earth signs together. 7, 15, 13, 10. I'm trying to remember now that I'll tell all these nice Capricorns that you could jump in right now. So, Capricorns, here we are, month of November, or whenever you are seeing this. I'm going to post it here in late October anyway to get a jump for the people that are wanting to know about their Novembers. So, Capricorns, that is not your card. Capricorn, you got the Hermit this month, and you guys might notice something different. Halfway through my tarot cards, I was actually at a crystal store, and I was very spoken to by these cards. It's just like a beautiful, beautiful, kind of artsy, very cool graphics and design and art, and I loved them, and I had to pick them up for us. I was like, all right, yeah, we're gonna finish the horoscopes, taroscopes this month, with these beautiful cards, and I love this hermit guy that you guys got. Like, this is the hermit guy, and I wish I could show you. You probably know. In the other deck, he's kind of this lonely old man with a lantern, like looking. He's very bleak, and like it looks very lonely. But okay, so this guy is lonely. Hermit crabs. They're finding their hermit. I just want to like make that big for you for a minute so you can really look at him. I already sent it to my friend, my Capricorn friend. He, he was finding a theme in like our last few months, and it's kind of like these these lonelier men, which is totally fine, you know? It's like, does this guy look sad to be lonely? No. So a big thing for us Capricorns are going to be um, if you're afraid to be alone. Is that something that scares you? Like to really be alone with yourself, to be alone with your ideas, to be alone with your thoughts, to be alone with your emotions, all of that stuff. Is it something that frightens you? Because remember, we are never alone. Our last couple cards, if you just jumped in on Capricorn, um, were kind of lonely. They were definitely individual people, you know, just by themselves or whatever. Well, she had a lion with her. But, okay, so hermits, guys, we are embracing our inner, our yoga guru right here. We can be alone with ourselves and we can reflect and we can have this time, this month, to be with our thoughts, and it's not going to scare us. See all these question marks floating around them too? I love this card because it totally embraces like what I want the hermit to show us too, because we have these questions in life and all these ideas that we're forced to listen to and deal with, and you know the 3D world wants us to pay attention to and look at this over here, look at this news outlet, look at all the terrible things in the world. And oh, when we get to go to this place, when we get to go up here into nature, which is a beautiful, beautiful place to be. You can just float there in nature, find your answers, listen, meditate, listen to what you need to. If yoga's your thing, go do that. If being a hermit in under your blankets is your thing, go do that. Like, but embrace your inner hermit this month, because he wants your attention. He's asking you to be alone and to not be afraid of it. And you're gonna find your answers once you go to that alone place and you just listen. You're gonna find what you need to do, what do you want to focus on, like which question mark in there deserves your attention. Like, do you want to focus on global warming? Do you want to, you know, be active in your community? Do you want to stomp out hunger? Like, you can go volunteer anywhere. There's tons of different organizations that you can go and give your time to. It doesn't have to be a job, but you know, volunteering is one of the best things I've ever found to do. Like, I love doing animal stuff, hunger stuff, you know, whatever speaks to you to do. Make a video for people to see, and you can give back that way. So Capricorns, embrace your inner hermits. I go be alone. Don't even be with me right now. Don't listen to anybody's thoughts. Don't, because I do. There's times where I want to binge on YouTube and just, you know, eat one video after the other and keep going, or Facebook with the endless, you know, streams of news. And it's that time to even just shut off technology, shut off your mind, so to speak, and yeah, shut off and be alone. So Capricorns, I hope this was a great message for you and you can get something out of it. If not, if you're like, you know, go do whatever you want to do. Because at the end of the day, you're creating your reality. If my Virgo and Taurus stayed for the whole thing, thank you. Maybe you needed to hear your Capricorn and Virgo if you're Taurus. So, yeah, I just wish you all the best month ahead, November or whenever you are hearing this. And I love you all. If nobody said it to you today, I love you. Have a good one.